Farm Fund Sustainable Community Association, and the Akwa Ibom State Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Welfare. All on Sunrise Street, Monday, as we mark International Women's Day 2021. It's still Sunrise Street Monday with WYZM-ANY's man. I did inform you earlier that I was going to play host to personalities here on Sunrise Street Monday as they talk about a lot of issues, especially to facilitate policy dialogue and how government and civil society organizations, CSOs, can work together to advance and support women economic empowerment, WEE, in Akwa Ibom State and even beyond. So this morning I have Mrs. Enewan Etuk, the President, Udwarabasi Vulnerable Support Group, Ikpeudok, Ikpenang, a Senodem local government area. And of course, for now, also I have Mrs. Udwak Akpan, the Program Coordinator, Africa Center for Health Leadership, ACHL. Good morning, madam, and welcome to Sunrise Street Monday.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning, sir.
It's good to have you join us on the show this morning. I'm glad to have you here because the world is marking International Women's Day. And for this reason, you are here this morning. We'd like to begin right away as I want to find out. We already know that in our country, men, women, and even children are living in poverty. There's no gainsaying this. We're also aware of the fact that youth unemployment in the country is high. Now, in view of this sad episode, why should government and non-governmental organizations focus on women? And thereafter, we'll talk about the other aspect of it, empowering them economically. So why should the focus be on women? Okay.
Good morning, all. The reason why government and CSOs should focus on women is that women have been marginalized for a long time. There has been a very wide gap between the female folk and the male folk. And we know the role of women in any society, in any country, in any home. Women are the mothers of everything. If you empower a woman, if a woman is safe and secured, you know that there's going to be a very high power of economy in that particular country, or that state, or that local government, even that family. Women, as we know, play vital roles in anything we are doing, and women are half of the population that we have. When a woman is well, she can think right. When a woman is empowered, it is even for the benefit of the husband and for the benefit of the men, because she's going to contribute her quota, and then that will enhance her potentials. She is going to really contribute her quota to the economy of the nation. But if women are not empowered, they will just remain like that. The part that they're supposed to contribute, they will not be able to do that. And the gap will still be wide. In order to eradicate poverty, women have to be empowered. In order for safety and security in our community, in our nations, women have to be empowered. In order for women to contribute their own quota, their voice to be heard, they have to be empowered. When they're empowered, they will have self-worth, and they will do what is expected of them to do for the growth and sustainability of any growth in any nation.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Udwak. Let me come to you, Mrs. Enewan Etuk. You're the president of Udwarabasi Vulnerable Support Group in Ikpeudok, in Ikpenang government area, is a community. So in the language that will be understood by those in your community or locality, will you also lend the voice to the response that Mrs. Udwak has given? What would you say? Why do you think women are not the only ones involved in poverty? Men are there, young youth are there, there's unemployment. Yes, so you use a language that will be understood by those in your locality. Can you respond to that? Why you think women should be the focus?
Number one, Kiban, Ekare Frofun Biomo. Iban, Without a one go for remove ahead.
What kind of mbiomo will that be?
Mbiomo more in terms of Ndidia.
Okay.
I won't want to make it go for Okuna Ndidia Riba for. And you can make if can without a neck me war. But I won't want to be can war. We can. So ye carry Mbiomonto ye mommy, never get school fee. Mommy, mommy, everything, report in so one had say one. Ya you keme adi sustain for more. It may one kid into. I won't want one man. I can really carry same one mother. I carry you for more so because if you carry down with the Akwa man, I don't know sent to in a year to have young. Boy, I already go from where yardy or from a yard and you get a memo. I am even a camo. I ain't I didn't point you saying any bang. So you are not a sick one my town fun. So that I'm a can and one my woman and one for more. He said we so either encourage everybody boy to me or I never say you more get talk somebody talk on and one ban so that the ban can avoid that in community.
Thank you very much. Let's get back to you, Mrs. Woodward. Yes, we agree with you. We're not disputing. We're not arguing that women should be empowered. Are you talking about empowering them in terms of giving them palliatives or social welfare programs for them that will sustain them? Or is it the situation of giving them fish? Women, they eat the fish in terms of palliatives. That's the end. Or empowering them in terms of welfare schemes and other ventures that will outlive just a day's meal?
You know, we've been hearing of women empowerment, maybe with palliative. Palliative cannot take anybody anywhere. 50,000, 100,000. Before you know it, if you enter the market, it will finish. But I'm talking about the empowerment that will make a woman to stand, not the palliative aspect of empowerment. When they want to empower the men, it's in millions. They can open businesses. They can run the businesses. They can do whatever they want to do. They want to go into farming. It will mechanize farming. That's the type of empowerment I'm talking about. Not the palliative of 50,000, 100,000, or a bag of rice, a bag of beans. It doesn't take the women anywhere. But if we want to empower the women, we can empower them economically with good substance. We can empower them politically. If women are allowed to occupy the political position that they should, there will be a voice, not only seen, but being heard. You know, when men gather to do decision, they forget about the women. That whatsoever they're going to decide it will be binding to the women also. So this empowerment is the one that will beg women to be seen and be heard at the same time, not the palliative aspect of empowerment.
I just wish I could ask you to suggest those measures you think that this could be possible. Would you mind doing that?
No, I don't. You know, when any policy is going to be put in place, women should be part and parcel of it in making any policy, because it's going to be binding both to the men and to the women. Not the men gathering, taking decision and making it to be binding to the women without the women contributing anything. And it should be bottom-up approach should be used. Let the women be involved in what they are doing. Not saying, oh, we've carried on the women, we carry along the women. No, they are not part and parcel of what is going on. When any decision is going to be taken, let women be there and air out their view concerning the decision that will be taken, so that it will be benefiting to the women as well as the men. Not only pushing this thing into their throat and forcing us to swallow it without anybody thinking about how it's going to affect us as women.
Dr. Ibom, a core gender and development expert. I don't know if you're for her or against her. She did say that women should be empowered with skills, with programs, welfare schemes, and the likes of such. And they should be given opportunities for their voices to be heard, their abilities to be known. Not just a situation where the men will say, we have done this for you, and they're not visible. So what's your take on these and more as it relates to the celebration today?
Thank you very much. Good morning, viewers. Good morning, listeners. I think I will actually support what my sister Woodward has said. Women are a strong voice in the society. We are not working against any gender. we work to support the development of the society. And this has to begin right from the girl child. We need to nurture the girl child. We need to enlighten the girl child. We shouldn't consider it a waste to invest on the girl child. When we talk about economic empowerment, it's not just about money. It is about enlightenment. It is about creating and enlarging the hearts of the girl child and women to take everything seriously in the society, to be conscious enough to participate right from the family level, not feeling like that, oh, because there's a male in the family, he should carry the brunt of everything. We are all partners in progress. And therefore, right from youth, right from when the children are still young, we should make them have this concern and consciousness. And in that case, you will not find that one gender is carrying the burden of development alone. We need to enlighten our women to know that, especially the girl child, at this period of celebration as we speak about economic empowerment, every carrot that dangles in front of my girl child is not, the end goal is not what the girl child thinks. So we should get them to be conscious of the fact that with education, they can make it to the highest limits in their life. Women can contribute beyond the measure of just throwing bags of rice and cubes of Maggies on them. Let us develop our women. Let us give them a chance to grow and be equal partners in development. Let us give them a chance, because when you give somebody a chance to develop, that person will bring out all the talent and skills and knowledge to bear. And in contribution, we can make this society a better place for both men and women. We need to give our women a voice. Thank you.
Mrs. Akwa, you are the Program Coordinator, Africa Center for Health Leadership, ACHL. There's this project, I call it a project because it involves a lot of things. I'm talking about women economic empowerment. Is your organization involved in any of these? That's women economic empowerment?
Yes, we are. We are. Because we create awareness for the women. That is not only to be a mother, oh, you were given birth as a girl child, you grow up to be a woman, you are married, you are pregnant, you always give birth to children, might be up to 9 to 10 to 11, and you are called mother this, mother this. It doesn't end there. God created all of us for a purpose. And we have potentials. That's women. They have potentials. We need to be empowered, and we empower them. Even economically, educationally, health-wise, in order for them to stand out, to be a voice in the society. So we carry out this to empower the women in order to bridge the gap. We are not gender insensitive.
You're not also gender fighters.
We are not. We are not. We are not.
Because I know it takes two to tango, isn't it?
Yes.
So it's a community effort. All are involved in this struggle. It's a struggle anyway. It's not a fight.
It's not.
It's glad to know that you have such laudable ideas. And I knew that originally in our communities, there's this encouragement of forming cooperative societies where governments and many organizations, donor agencies can use these ones to empower women, not just giving them fish, as was said before, but an ongoing project. I don't know if you have issues you'd like to discuss relating to cooperative development and the empowerment of women.
There is, please.
Okay. So we'll like you. That will be Mrs. Udrak Etgudo. You are the Senior Cooperative Registrar, Women Department, Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Welfare. It's your turn now to be on this hot seat if you like. So let's talk about cooperative and women empowerment. Sorry about this. So.
The question?
Okay.
Thank you very much for the question. I'm here to talk about the cooperative and how to strengthen the cooperative movement.
stay tuned to Radio Akwa Ibom 90.5 FM. We are the voice of promise. The program is Sunrise Tweet Monday. And we are playing host to collection of women personalities as the world marks International Women's Day. Remember that this discussion is organized by the Development Research and Projects Center, DRPC, and its partnership for advancing women in economic development, PAWED project, in collaboration with Akwa Sustainable Community Association and the Akwa Ibom State Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Welfare. The focus is to facilitate policy dialogue on how government and civil society organizations, CSOs, can work together to advance and support women economic empowerment, WEE, if you like, we, in the state. In no time, we'll get back to issues surrounding cooperative societies and the development and how these could be harnessed to empower women economically. We'll talk about that in a jiffy. Once again, I'm glad to have still in the studio my discussants. So, let's still look at that issue of cooperative development. Let's talk about it.
Society believes that society believes there's this misconception that wherever women gather, things ought to end in conflicts. But one of the strategies of developing women in our generation is the cooperative, forming them into cooperatives, getting them to work together, teaching them how to work together, teaching them how to minimize conflict, manage group dynamics, manage group conflicts, and the rest of it. Teaching them how to manage resources and finances together in a way that together they can contribute to develop their families, themselves, and the society at large. We teach them to realize that women are assets in the society, not liabilities as the world tend to look at them. And that's why we go through the cooperative society. Good enough, a sister from the cooperative
She's here.
board in the state is here with us and would like to throw more lights on this.
Okay, once again, Mrs. Udwai, welcome.
Thank you very much. We have a lot of things to talk about the cooperative, especially women cooperative. In order to strengthen the cooperative movement in the state or in Nigeria as a whole, we need to consider the principle of cooperative. That is, we have to look through, that is, by integrating vertically and horizontal in cooperative. What I mean by vertically and horizontally, that is, we have to gather all the primary cooperative, both the moribund and the vibrant one, together, so that they will form a union. When they form a union, and they can have their resources in that union, so that anytime they are running out of fund, they can now go and get fund from that union cooperative.
I just want to ask a question. You said gathering the moribund and the vibrant ones.
Yes.
Don't you think it's better not to have so many that are weak but very few that are strong?
No, it is only the vibrant one that will build them up, the moribund up. Because without them, you will not be able to function well. So it is only the other one that will show them the way on how to make it. They mesh them together so that they can achieve their own goal.
In essence, we are saying that this is a method of sustainability.
Okay.
We don't allow just 1 or 2, 3 groups to stand out, but we keep grooming as many of them as possible. We keep strengthening them, and we get the older ones to pull up the younger ones, such that at no point will you find a gap as far as economic development and cooperative management is concerned.
And we still have to look at the vertical aspect of it. That is by bringing the primary cooperative and the union, which is secondary cooperative, to apex form. So when we bring them together to form an apex, so they will now suck in their fund there, and anytime they are running short of cash, they can now rush back to that apex cooperative and now apply for fund to sustain their business at any given time.
I'm also aware that in Akwa Ibom said we have a strong women empowerment, economic empowerment programs, and there are lots of government agencies that are involved in this. What will you say the collaboration has been like? Have they been having squabbles? I like to say this because I know we have government representative here and also have the society's representation here. So how has the collaboration been like?
In government, we have women economic empowerment fund. That is, we give it out as a loan. This is just support of the women cooperative and women NGOs so that they can work to the Ministry of Women Affairs and apply for such loan. And they give them at the period of 1 year or 2 years to pay back. It's a loan, but low interest rates.
Let me add by saying that
just before you add, if you don't mind. Now, have they been responsible enough? Let me use the word responsible enough in terms of paying back and also using it. Remember, there's this story Jesus told in the scriptures that a man had to travel. He left talents in the hands of the servants. On returning, he expects that the servants would have, multiplied this. Has this been the outplay in terms of the collaboration with?
Yes, they have been paying back. But some of them who could not meet up with the payments, we have monitoring team that follow up what they are doing, and we encourage them. If I thought you were ventured into a wrong business, we have to advise you to go into a right business that will enable you to bring out the capital, and you still have something to use for your children at home.
Let me ask somebody who is in the community. I want to be fair to all concerned. The president of Woodward AKBC Vulnerable Support Group, Ikpeodok, Ikpenang, in the Sinodom local government area. And in vernacular, Mrs. Enenwan Etok, how has this been supportive, has been helpful to you, assessing these funds by government and organizations using the cooperative or community-based organizations? How have you enjoyed this collaboration?
I say, well, my dad said, I would bo to cooperative me and wami ban. Akpan kesri rongori. Agbese o kan sri rongo ko wo se nye udon. Adipina mpo. Eto ko segbe kamato mpo mo na mo ke to kan ikpe yire me yobo ba si ba ne de betem. Akemi de yours common 50,000. I go to wo say for board, but with the cooperative.
I could come on. It's okay.
Let me add to that.
She was given her own experience.
So with this cooperative, about that 50,000, they be you meet them. Your family. Or the cooperative me one. Or that I could in a miserable. And it me. I for no any I am for this way me men you me. So with the cooperative me, I hear wami ban. I book and no can guess how for borrow a cock safe for come and this. To go business the cooperative one then my man am to can it some cooperative men am able to once in a month for young also young boy akbe and more now akbe a man fun more now upgrade a cook soon off in
a man obemba when he say the gangs is on you don't order go the money ban me say the gay on me ban goes on you don't through
how we are
so for organ down for about so that no yemu nen before
for instance they use 3 on are you ban me wa so much 3 on afro free near my way I will yama you be song day we yam me a cocoa no para wide in go need I even make a middle of our women but can am bob we can it all your body a moon on
for mesonate you.
Even maybe to be there, maybe I didn't feel it to make an Iban. You can boy a yam night before for Iban. Never would any one is show you, you wouldn't show you. So don't bother or if not.
If I may say, time or women are first.
You can't seen again there, Panabanpo. I did it. Wow, get 3 home. Yes, so a matric, you some Panabanco fondo. It may be by me. Wow, more than 3 on your day. Inama Ibom boy me, me. I will send ye. I will get my senior and then ye Tom Bodia in Yegaba.
Master them to do for money to me, young pony so you could say for Tangado. Yeah, been for Tangado and Arinam. Thanks for being part of Sunrise Street Monday. In no time, we'll be leaving the stage. We'll look for another opportunity where we'll bring these ladies and more to talk about issues related to women and, of course, other issues. in the studio, I had the pleasure of hosting a lot of them, just a few of them for today. I've been speaking with Mrs. Udwak Etwodo, Senior Cooperative Registrar, Women, Department, Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Welfare, Dr. Imo Eko, Gender and Development Expert, Mrs. Enewan Etuk, President, Udwak Abasi Vulnerable Support Group, Ikweodog, Ikwen and Local Government Area, Mrs. Udwak Akwan, Program Coordinator, African Center for Health Leadership, ACHL. Thanks for being guest on Sunrise Street Monday. We look forward to having you another time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We wish you the best of International Women's Day.
Thank you.
And take care of your husbands too. It's very important. Thank you.